this is truth. This is truth. Doing this kind of work, it's like it's like going and being in nature.
Hey friends, this is Doc Smith, and this is going to be about a 15-minute video where I'll teach you the basic move of Tui Na bodywork in my style. Tui Na means push-pull, and it's the oldest known form of bodywork in the world. It's a pillar of traditional Chinese medicine.
Hi, Doug. I just want to give you an update uh, that I'm feeling incredibly healthy and just free in my body. I mean, I'm in awe how I feel right now. I'm so grateful. I'm almost out of words to how to even describe how I feel right now. So whatever you're doing, it's really powerful, and it totally shifted my energy and my body. And I'm just so grateful and feeling so blessed to receive this shift and transformation and healing from you.
Hey, welcome. We're going to do a little demonstration here of Tui Na bodywork style, and we're going to begin with some simple basics. What we're going to do is going to be good for almost any symptoms that we have, um, like migraines, pain anywhere in the body, joint pain, things like that. This can help with a broad range of our experience. And it's also just a nice way to connect with a partner or a friend. So before we get started, we're going to remember that the number one master key to pain relief is our breath, purging breath all the way out. So we're going to breathe into the nose silently and all the way out, open mouth. Helping encourage the person we're with to do the same by our example. And for those of you that are watching this, maybe you're watching on YouTube, know that I've got friends that are following along here, and I'm just going to mute their mic for now, so that way you can unmute your mic if there's anything that you want to say to me or ask me or anything like that. And this way you can feel free to breathe and release your purging breath over there on your end without feeling like you're being on the recording here. So before we actually get started, since this is for people who are new, I want to make sure that you're actually properly ready to do this with your wrists and your hands. So just for a minute or two together, go ahead and follow what I'm doing here, and keeping your shoulders relaxed and your elbows relaxed. We're going to take our hands and we're going to go like this. So I'm just going side to side with my wrists. And I'm remembering my purging breath into my nose silently and out of my mouth. And then after about maybe 12 or so of those, 24 of those maybe, relax our hands down. And we're going to come back up and go this way. Maybe 12 or 24 of these, something like that. And relax that. And then one more, we're going to breathe in and we're going to go. About 12 of those or however many we feel. And ideally, I want you to be doing those on a daily basis to make sure that your hands are really in good shape. before you do too much of this type of work. But if you're just doing this with your friend, your partner, to help them feel better, you can just do some of that before you get started, and it will help you to not hurt your hands while you're doing this. When we're ready on our next breath in, we get into a position here, maybe like I am, with my knee bent so I can get in over here, and I'm going to do what's called clearing the smoke. I'm acknowledging that there's more than just a physical body here. We'll do this a few times. Remembering our own breath, and anytime we need to, we can use a purging breath, exhale. It'll help us to not hold any tension while we're doing this work. And now I'm going to come to the sacrum, and I'm going to use both hands, being mindful of the points on the inside of both palms as I breathe into my nose. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to place both hands down on the sides of the hips, so that with my two hands here, I'm draped all the way from the side of the hip to the other side of the hip and contacting the sacrum on both sides. Just gently rocking back and forth. Maybe do a few purging breaths here. And I sort of just move my hands as I feel I'm being guided to move them by the sway of the hips themselves. Feeling like rather than pushing and pulling back and forth, I'm here guiding the momentum that's there, that is of its own accord. And then I'll take my left hand, which I'm on the left side here, starting on the left side of the body. So I've got my left hand on the left hip. And then I take my right hand and I'll just go up the spine here. There's multiple ways to do it. We can just hold the hand above the spine like that. I also like to use my fingers and really get into each of the vertebrae here, sort of back and forth like that, if that makes sense. And this is something we can do for a long time. We can do this for 15, 20 minutes or even longer. And one thing I like to do is contralateral sweeping. So I'll take my right hand and go along the right shoulder, back shoulder blade, and then come down the right arm, the back of the triceps here, down the elbow, and then down out the wrist and pull energy out like that on the right arm. And then I'll come right down, right after that, down the left hip, go down the left leg, outside of the leg, go down the outside of the knee, and then pull it out the ankles. And then come back up and go to the right lower leg, or right leg. Come down the hip, down the right lower leg, and out of the ankles. And then come back, and now we go to the left arm. Just like that. And when I do that, I'm sweeping, I'm contacting the skin. I'm not sheepish about touching, and I'm not trying to just only graze the top layer. I'm I'm getting in there and sort of going as what feels good, if that makes sense. And then you can come over here and you can take one hand and place it about the level of the sits bones where the top of the hamstring is. And I'm rocking back and forth now this leg. The rest of the body's moving as well. I've got my left hand at the sits bone. The right hand is going down the back of the leg, down the hamstring. Now my right hand is on the back of the knee. And I'm putting my weight, I'm putting a little bit of pressure into the legs here. Now I'm going to the top of the calves, the back of the lower leg, down to the Achilles heel. Put a lot of pressure in the Achilles heel there, down to the heel usually. Sometimes it can be very tight, so be careful. And then pull the energy out of the heel. And we can do the same thing on this leg right here. It can be good to use fist. Put the fist in. Of course, we want to connect with our partner and what pressure, what level they want, what feels good to them. A good question to ask them is, let me know if you'd like it lighter or deeper. I'm just continuing down with one hand on the sits bones here, and the other hand's going down the back of the leg. Pull the energy out of the back of the heel. And then come back up to the sacrum. And now what I'm going to do is just take a minute to sort of let this rocking come to a close. So my touch is becoming lighter and lighter, less and less. And eventually, after about a minute or so, we'll be in stillness. Okay, wow. Thank you for being here, and it's a good time now. You can thank your partner for allowing you to have this moment together. If you enjoyed this basic lesson of Tui Na bodywork, go to healingisfree.com where you can learn more. And for only $5 per month, we can work together one-on-one. Depending on your goals, I'll help you learn how it's not easy, but healing is free.